This is without a doubt one of the worst stories I've ever come across. It makes me sick to the pit of my entire soul that this lady is free walking around. You'll see what I'm saying here. The gist is, this lady is the wife of a cop. She admits to having a drink at dinner, and she plowed into 3 bicyclists, killed 2 of them, and severely injured another one. And because her husband's a cop, she was allowed to go home before the ambulance or anyone else showed up. And she is now suing the family of the victims for emotional distress. Let's see, the killer of his best friend is suing their family and the other boy she hit for hitting them with her car. The lawyer says, "In my entire career, I've never heard of anyone ever suing a dead child that they killed. It's horrible." Sharlene Simon is this monster's name, and her husband, a police officer, are attempting to claim $1.35 million in damages due to her psychological suffering, including depression, anxiety, irritability, and post-traumatic stress. We know that psychopaths can't feel emotions, so that's obviously a lie. It's not about her stress. It's about the fact that the families are suing her, so she's doing it in retaliation. It said, the husband of the woman who killed this boy, the cop, was the only person to walk up to the victims and ask if they were okay, and even he showed no remorse. He frantically ran up to them and said he was calling the police, according to a passerby who stopped at the scene. He then returned to his car with his wife with no regard for the victims. When the police showed up, the couple were allowed to leave. And as Richard's friend lay dying in a ditch, they did just that. Now tell me, is that normal? Right? Somebody who she admitted to speeding also. She admitted to speeding and having had a drink. The police normally just let you leave a crime scene like that? No. No, they don't. But her husband's a cop, so everything's fine. And this monster said she thought she struck a deer. And well, I've never seen a deer riding a bicycle with reflectors and a bright yellow jacket on. There's no reason she didn't see them. You can see a mouse run across that straight stretch of road at night. I would like to know why she wasn't charged and why she and her husband were allowed to leave the scene. If this woman were a real person with a real heart, she would not have done this to us. We have nothing. So this is a prime example of psychopathy. It is a very telling story when it comes to understanding the psychological framework of certain people and what can foster such a mental state. How can a person possibly sue the family of a teenager she killed and get away with it? Free to leave the scene as soon as allied, biased police officers show up. It's just another case of police and people involved with police showing signs of absolute psychopaths and getting away with whatever crime they commit as well. In the comments to this story, this guy said there's actually 2 Facebook groups supporting this lady. Supporting her. So I don't know. I don't have Facebook. I can't log in and see this. But just, like I said, this makes me sick.